Here's So welcome everybody to In-Body Potency Out-Creating the Matrix call number. I love when I can do number 10 because my fingers are happy. They're like, oh, 10. I don't have to go. I just go like that. It's so simple. So welcome to call.
How are you going to do 11 and 12?
Toes.
Yeah, I'll let you read my mind.
What I close.
I'll have
That's the way to wake up in the morning.
Mr. Toes in there. I'll have to practice that one. So welcome, and we started off by seeing Jaden's toes this morning. So I'd like to pass it over to Rosie for an attunement. Get us all attuned.
Hi, everybody. So if you could put yourself on mute, please. And give yourself a chance to wiggle around a little bit so you can get really comfy. Kick your shoes off if that resonates, so your feet can be out there and on the floor. And just drop into your breath. Letting your breath come into your whole body, down into every cell. Just letting go of all distraction, any chaos, and breathing in what you require in this moment to simply be present. 1,000% in body, 1,000 in your inalienable body, 1,000% in your inalienable essence. And then breathe out through your feet, connecting to the feminine consciousness of the earth. And breathe up and out into the universe, multiverse, and beyondiverse, and beyond that. And feel that expansiveness contributing to you. Notice any fractures or life force just ready to come back, and just breathe it in. Choose to instantaneously frequency match and instantaneously release identities, containers, entities, demons, aliens, creation points, agreements, bind, auto-install, etc. Just releasing instantaneously. And then let yourself go to a place in nature that nurtures and inspires you. And look around in that space. Notice what's there. What kind of water features are there? Are there mountains, rocks, special rocks, trees, flowers?
Lots of wind on your microphone.
Oh, okay, just a minute. Yes, and notice the gentle breezes in your space, feeling them gifting you, and just receive. And notice how those frequencies feel in your body. Those frequencies that are always there for you. Then notice the energy that's coming up right below you from the feminine consciousness of the planet. And let yourself receive and feel that energy gifting you. And then let yourself perceive flashes of a situation in which someone or some being you didn't know or hardly knew did something that touched your heart, were in some way angels for you. Take a moment to receive that energy again. and feel it in your body. Now bring to mind people who are friends that inspire you to be more of you, and receive them. Receive the energy of their contributions to you. Again, noticing how it feels in your body as you focus on them and receive from them across all time and space. Now let in those people and animals who are close to you, close in with you, and receive the energy, acknowledgement, gratitude, caring, moving beyond or releasing any tangles of manipulation. So receiving that core energy. And how does that feel in your body? Now let your gaze look out as far as you can see in every direction. In front of you, to the sides, behind you, above you, below you. And invite yourself to perceive all beings in all dimensions and realities in all kinds of different bodies at different ages who have and are contributing to you. Notice the vast numbers of these beings in every direction as far as you can see. Can you let yourself receive all that energy of their contributions? And as you're gazing out there, let yourself notice little flashes that remind you how many and how often we who are gathered together on this call or listening to the replay have connected again and again throughout all time, space, realities, and dimensions. And as you notice that, receive these contributions. Expand out, receive more. Letting it fill you and expand your awareness of who you truly be. And who we be collectively. Exponentializing and expanding our individual and collective inalienable essence and potency. And now as you begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, continue to luxuriate in that deliciousness that can't be bounced off center, and that now individually and collectively bounces manipulation off center and vanquishes it. Really, how awesome is that? Thank you.
Thank you, Rosie.
You're welcome.
Okay. Yeah. I'm still like taking that in. I'm like, wow, that is so cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Whew. Okay. Let me get my camera here. So I would like to, some of the topics that I'd like to engage first is I'd like to get your feedback on how was the home play for you this week. So then there were two parts. So let's look first at the body, recalling body fractures and re-engaging communications with body, and anything around how that's been for you. That has just absolutely blown my world open. So I'd love to hear where that is for you, and if it hasn't blown something open or blown your skirt up or done something, maybe there's something we can tweak to let you experience some of that. And then we'll go into the home play and we'll look at relationships, and we'll play with the primary topic today will be relationships. But I'm also going to start bringing in kind of that viewpoint through body to show you kind of how I've been playing with that. So I'd like to start. Anybody have feedback or experiences around reclaiming body fractures or the body stuff?
Well, I have to say that it was yummy to bring the body fractures back through the body realms and feel the that just made things feel really delicious as we brought them through the body realms. And I noticed that when I go to bed at night, I invite my body to go up to the body realms if it would enjoy that, to take advantage of any upgrades and delight that can be up there. That's been really special.
Nice. Thank you. And somebody else brought up on the Facebook group about, it was the question, I think it was Sheila maybe, about are the body realms inalienable? And my read on it was kind of, sort of, but not totally. But I noticed as I played in it, like, how could I connect to the inalienable body realms? Like, there are places that are undoubtedly inalienable, and how can I connect to those? If that's a desire. So, but yeah, thank you. Anybody else? Everybody's all melted out and receiving.
Or anxious to get into relationships.
Okay, so do we want to move on? So where are we? Are we kind of blurred out, melted out, or are we ready to move into?
Or like me, they maybe didn't do their homework.
Oh! Going, what is he talking about? I didn't consider
I forgot.
Jaden?
Yeah.
Are we going to do more on the call itself at all about the body realms, or talking about that, or going there, or just doing something with that as a group?
I don't know. Are we?
I would like to. I think that would be a
yeah. So what is calling you there?
The possibilities.
Mm-hmm. 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 Mm-hmm.
But I noticed. I'm trying to catch up on I'm just catching up on the Facebook stuff. So, but I noticed that there wasn't anybody other than mentioning while they were bringing back body fractures that they visited and brought them maybe through the body realms. But other than that, nobody's even, I didn't see a post at all about body realms. So
yeah. So yeah, that's limitation. Do I go there? So towards the end of the course, there's a divergence that occurs and people are like all over the place. So it's not quite always as focused as it is for everybody. It takes a while for people to sometimes catch up. So some of that I can feel is going on.
It just seems that, it was just that you mentioned it right at the end of the call. So it was like, and we get this information, and then we, told to do the homework, and then, so we didn't really get to talk about it, or you didn't bring us there, or any of that stuff, which is what you kind of normally do. So I was wondering if you were going to do that, or, I mean, to me that would be awesome. But
so let me see where that wants to flow in with things. Yeah, let's do that. Cool, thank you. Anybody else?
Jaden, last week was really a blur for me. I didn't do the homework. I just feel kind of I was really lethargic and tired all the time.
Mhm.
So I have to still catch up quite a bit.
Yeah, no worries. No worries.
Jaden, it's Anne.
Yeah.
The last few years when I've been studying naturopathy, I had a complete meltdown recognizing all the lies that are told about bodies.
Yeah.
And when you brought up the body realms, it's really given me some understanding of what's been going on with me, why I was so intense and upset about it. But it's such an enormous topic for me anyway, that it doesn't seem ready to come out yet. It's like you've planted a seed,
Mhm.
and I have to dance with it really slowly.
Mm-hmm. 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 And so what is everything that would allow more ease in everyone's connection with the body realms?
Mm.
So what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be that would allow simple ease to your simple advantage in connecting simply to the body realms and receive? Because it's like often when we enter this new territory, we're viewing it through the lens of our old perceptions and all the old crap and all the old filters and all the old stuff. And so it's like, what comes up are all of the viewpoints and necessities and decision judgments, conclusions, and all that kind of stuff. And it's like when you try to look at this through all of those old lenses, it's a lot of freaking work. So sometimes it's just about clearing the old way of looking at it and opening into a new way. Like online, I'm receiving all this feedback around some of my things with the dogs in the neighborhood here. And this morning I was like, oh, there's so much. Like, how do I process all that? And Rosie was just kind of like, oh, well, how about you just receive it? I'm like, oh, yeah. So what energy, space, and consciousness can this is for everybody, can you and your body be that would allow you just to receive the body realms in all of its aspects and all of its ways with simple ease? There you go. And just receive. Because, yeah.
Can you just talk about how you're interacting with the body realms and what you're getting or doing or whatever with that? And by the way, I do want to say that I have done the most of the homework. I haven't read all of the EV stuff. I've listened to it all, but I haven't read anyway. But anyway, I have done the body fracture, bringing the body fractures back, along with the being fractures back and alters and all that. Mm-hmm. And that was wonderful, absolutely wonderful. My body loved it, my being loved it, everybody loved it. So I thank both you and Michael for bringing that up. That was really nice. So but I really want to get a idea of what's going on with you. I mean, how you're interacting with the body realms and how you're using it, or what's happening. You know what?
Okay. So I've been aware of it now for 6 months, maybe more. I don't. Every so often, I'll notice my body is requiring something, and I'll invite my body to go to the body realms. And I know that kind of blurs the thing about like what is body, what is not body. And I really don't go into that. I just am like, body, how about you head to the body realms? And whatever is useful or necessary, just receive that. And so it's almost like, you know how you have people in your life who you know that like being in the water, near water is a benefit. And when they're kind of stressed out, you go, well, how about you go swimming? Or like, how about you go, like, do whatever it is that nurtures you? How about you go for a walk? How about you go with nature? So to me, I notice it that way. I invite my body to go to the body realms. I've explored it. I've poked around there. I go there every so often when I perceive body interacting with it, and just kind of take in the magnitude of it. It's for me, it when I first go there, even now, still, it's like overwhelming. The amount of things that are going on, the amount of explorations that are going on, the amount of research that's going on, the diversity of bodies, the diversity of ways in which frequencies are interacting. Just like there's so much information to take in that it's just like, whoa, okay. But when body grows, body's like, woo, and I'm like, whoa. So
have you or your body have gone to the body realms for a specific purpose? I mean, to heal something, to change something, to do something else with the body? Have something different? I don't want to say change, because I don't.
Yeah, I get it.
Want something totally different in the body. Have you?
Jaden would tell you. Jaden would tell you no. Body would say yes, of course.
Okay, so you can't consciously say, okay, I went in and changed my toe, or I don't know, whatever.
I don't interact with it.
Okay.
As a whole, it's more like a place that I witness and that I know of, and that I know nurtures and supports my body, and I invite my body to go there. I'm increasing my interaction in that area, but I don't consciously go to fix things. Yeah,
well, that's why I didn't want to say fix, because I don't mean fixing. I just mean to make something different, as Gary would say. That's going on in your body. So if something's happening, I don't know, whatever, maybe you're having intestinal problems or whatever, do you go there and say, can you make this different? Or
I invite my body to go there.
Okay, so you, the being, don't really have any conscious awareness of what
how like
to use the body realm, or you just
it's like this is new for me. And so what you're doing is you're poking at an edge that I have about, like, so you can hear Jaden's kind of like, I don't want to go in there. There's a lot of weird shit in there. Okay? And body's like romp, and like, woohoo, this is so cool. I love this place. And so there's this dance of expansion and awareness that goes on. And the way that I interact with this and all things that I interact with is there's so much happening in my reality at any given period of time that, like, I play with what feels light to play with, and I notice what has more capacity to explore and where my edges are. I don't want to say boundaries. Where my, like, ooh, okay, and I just keep relaxing into that more and more. Believe it or not,
you really haven't gone down the foxhole with this one, then. Okay.
No, not at all. Not even remotely. Not even remotely.
Okay, you wrote it up, and it's like, more information. I just to see what.
So you're.
I was interested in other people's experiences and stuff.
It's not something that you can understand cognitively. You're trying to understand it, but it's an invitation.
No, I'm not really, but I'm just asking how he's interacting with it, and what is the possibilities, and can you go do and say,
Have you had that feeling? Have you had that feeling when your body feels like it needs a body process?
Sure.
Yeah. So I think it's really important to separate mind from it. That was how I experienced it anyway, that it was my body saying, just put me in a stasis. And then just melt into it. But I didn't go, I don't ever perceive any illness in my body, but it doesn't mean that my body doesn't require something.
Yeah. I think that's what Anne is speaking to is kind of the way in which I interact with it. I don't go in there. It's almost like it's not my place to go in there and mess around with things. Now that feels heavy to me to say that, but that's kind of the viewpoint that it's like my desire to have something occur doesn't belong there.
Yeah, I guess I'm just looking at it the point of view that I feel like a kid in a candy store. I think,
go
oh my
play.
God,
So-
this is awesome, but nobody's talking about it, and nobody's saying anything on Facebook, and it's kind of like, well,
So why aren't you playing with it and bringing to us all of the cool stuff you're finding?
well, and I am slowly doing that, so
Cool.
as well.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Thank you. I can feel that in you. You're
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
"Ooh."
what are the possibilities? Let's go. I mean, it's like, woo!
Yeah.
You know, so that's why I was really surprised that nobody said anything about it this whole week on Facebook. It's like, wow.
So it's like
What am I missing here?
like the cornucopia of where we're going and what we're doing is profoundly expansive. And the place that I'm in some cases dragging people through, other places inviting people into is very diverse. And it's like what lights up for you is going to be different than what lights up for other people.
Oh yeah, I was just the idea here is that most of the things that you brought up, you've kind of expounded on. You brought us there, or you've talked about it, or done clearings, or in this one, you kind of just told us about it and then goodbye, and do the homework and whatever. So it's kind of like, okay.
So do you get why now?
That was odd, huh?
Do you get why now?
Maybe. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. From your point of view,
where I'm at. It's
right.
just where I'm at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You haven't. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why I was just wondering whether we were or weren't, or just asking.
Yeah. Because it's like that's one thing that like often, like I used to look at Gary and I used to look at Dane and I'd be like, well, why are you stopping at that edge? Like there's this whole juicy field right there. Why are you stopping at that? And I used to create wrongness around that and generate separation around that. And after a while, I recognized that, like, well, there's an area that is like the whole area around manipulation and aliens and stuff like that. That's like really interesting to me. So I cross that line and I go deeper than other people do. So it's like, what are the areas that you cross into naturally and naturally have a facility for that other people dare not tread? So
yeah,
and I'm not just talking to you. I'm talking to everybody. So it's like, what are the areas that you're like, well, why isn't he going there? Why isn't he doing more with that? Well, that's that person's edge. But notice that you go beyond that. Do you see that? Like that's kind of where, like, how do you find out who you be versus other people? So when you watch Jaden and you go, well, he stops there and he won't go further. Okay, so recognize that's one of his boundaries, his edges, but you go beyond that. What does that show you? It shows you who you be in this space beyond. Do you see that?
Yeah, I want to see where my capacities with bodies are going to take me. That's what I'm interested in. It just, if my body was like so happy when I heard about it, it was like, wing, just lights right up, and it's like, oh, let's go there. And so I was just asking whether you were going to go there or not. So.
Cool, we got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, anybody else want to share anything on the body topic?
Oh, Jaden.
Yeah.
Just to help Sharon, like when you were talking about it last week, I've got lots of gifts and capacities locked up in there. So Sharon, if you'd like to play,
oh, cool.
We'll play. We'll organise to play.
Thank you. I would love that.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
I found that when I first had these awarenesses of body stuff, I could actually see inside bodies, and I shut it down really quickly because I shouldn't be doing that. And when you started to talk about it last week, I went, I think they're locked up in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
another fracture, altar
Yeah.
floating around.
So
Cool.
I'm gonna
Thank you.
open it, like, because we've kind of gotten into this little niche, but I want to open it for the whole group. It's like, what are all of the places where you have shut down body awarenesses that you have had because the world outside didn't align and agree with that, or the world outside didn't seem to show that there's any value in that, or just the opposite, the world outside said, don't go there, it's evil, it's wrong, it's bad. What are all of the body awarenesses and the body capacities that you have or have access to that you have knowingly or unknowingly shut down? And just perceive that. And now I'm going to start inviting you and modeling another way of interacting with body that I've been expanding it to myself. And that's, okay, so I'm going to talk to your body. So this is not you, the being. I'm going to talk to your inalienable body. So bodies, what are all the places that you have bumped into things in this reality and that you have shut down your gifts, your capacities, your awarenesses, and your knowingnesses about? And expand out, perceive more. And expand out, perceive more. And expand out and perceive all of it. And so I'm gonna start modeling with you today this concept of facilitating your body as something independent from you, as the infinite being that is also going through an expansion process and is in a different place than you are. And so how can you facilitate your body? And so one of the things that I'd like you to do is to not answer for your body, not say, yes, body will do that, but actually ask your body, or in this case, I will ask your body, and see what your body says. So everything that, all of that stuff that has come up, body, do you choose to destroy and create all that?
So, body, do you choose to do that? Yes. I get a yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So anybody else?
Yeah.
Most people are on mute right now. So everything. So now I'm going to hold that. So infinite being. So everything that you have bumped into that is in your way, or that has caused you to shut down awarenesses, can you destroy and do you choose to destroy and create all that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so everything that all that is, can we choose to destroy and create it all?
Yes.
Yes. Rescind, revoke, can't reclaim, renounce, destroy and create, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy.
Liquefy, vaporize.
Renounce,
Good, bad, right, wrong, pipe, pack, all names, shorts, boys, and
sovereign universe, sovereign body. Vaporize, liquefy.
Liquefy.
Wow. What is all the shaky stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog around all of this stuff? And so what is so let me break it down again. So what is all the shaky stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness? So no, body, what is all the shaky stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog that you have around all of these topics we've engaged so far today? And just be like a witness to like what shows up, how it shows up, like learn your body's process so that you can be a facilitator for your body. And now being, what is all the shit, stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog that showed up around all these topics? And body, just witness your being. Wow. And everything that all of that is, so body, do you choose to destroy and create all that?
Yes.
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 I choose that.
Yeah. And being, do you choose to destroy and create all that?
Yes, I choose.
Yes, I choose that.
Yes.
Yeah. Now notice it's like a different frequency. It's a different frequency of yes. So everything, all that is, we choose to destroy and create all. Rescind, revoke, can't reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy and create, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy,
Vaporize, liquefy. Good,
Rescind,
bad,
revoke, can't reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy and create,
Thoughts,
make null,
boys, and
void.
beyond.
Sovereign being, sovereign body, free will,
Revoke,
good, bad,
rescind,
apocalypse, beyond.
renounce,
Vaporize,
denounce.
liquefy.
Destroy and uncreate.
Wow. And just let all that go. Wow.
Thanks, Jaden.
Yeah. So that's what I do for everything now. Is like I don't answer for my body anymore. I want body to answer. Body, you use that voice, you use nodding your head, you use whatever it is you're going to use. I don't speak for body anymore. I want body to speak up for itself. So I'm always asking now, like, body, what do you have on this? And body, you choose to destroy and create it all. Now, I notice there are some times where body's like, oh, I don't know if I can do this. And there are sometimes where infinite being is like, oh, I don't know if I can do it. But I now have these two different viewpoints that I can stand in that I can explore in that allow me to perceive some dynamic of interaction that I have not necessarily grokked the full expansiveness of before, because I now have multiple viewpoints dynamically held in my body at the same time. Like when I do, so I'll do, let me do one with you. So,
somebody's really making a lot of noise. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're snuffing or sniffing or whatever. I don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Jaden,
yes.
do you ever get direct opposition from body and being on a subject? Has that happened?
Yes, no.
Okay.
So how often have you felt, this is for everybody, how often have you felt that there is some opposition, like you ask a question and it's no, let me go back to, how often have you felt that your body was against you?
Can you just ask everybody to mute for who is not talking or something, because this is really distracting.
Yeah. Well,
somebody's eating something or opening whatever. I don't know what they're doing.
Yep. So,
thank you.
Yeah. So, do you feel this energy that's here? There's a. So there's a field of manipulation here. So everybody allow yourself to tap into. Everybody allow yourself to tap into that field of manipulation that's happening in your reality. And so everything that is, and everything that you're, everywhere that you're allowing that to flow through you, everywhere that you're reacting to and struggling with that energy, can we destroy and create all that?
Yes.
Yes, I choose that.
Yeah. Rescind, revoke, you can't reclaim, renounce, destroy and create, vaporize, liquefy, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, make null, void, sovereign being, sovereign body, free will, universe, times the God zone, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, aksha, beyonds. Okay. And so I want to do, so allow yourself to perceive, so body, now, do I separate it? Do I keep it together? So allow yourself to perceive all the aliens here. In and around your body, in and around you, in and around the communications. Wow. And freeze, tie up, tie down, freeze, tie up, tie down, freeze, tie up, tie down. Expand out, perceive all the shaky ones, freeze, tie up, tie down, freeze, tie up, tie down. Wow. Freeze, tie up, tie down. Expand out and perceive all of their bosses and their bosses' bosses and all of their chains of commands. Wow. Freeze, tie up, tie down, freeze, tie up, tie down, freeze, tie up, tie down. And all of their civilizations and hives and planets and universes and galaxies that are installed in your universe. Freeze, tie, up, tie, down, 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 freeze, tie, up, tie, down. And do you now choose to release all these beings from all of your universes?
Yes.
Yes, I choose that.
Yes. So the Prime Creator, remove all these beings from all of these universes and do all of this now. Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. And all of the agreements and connections you have, body, all the agreements and connections that you have, everything you said you would do for these beings and they said they would do for you, can you, will you choose to destroy and create all that?
Body
Yes.
says yes.
Yes. And being, all the agreements that you have and everything you said you would do for them, they said they would do for you, do you choose to destroy and create all that?
Yeah.
Do I choose that?
Yes.
So everything, all those agreements, rescind, revoke, can't reclaim, renounce, destroy and create, make null, void, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, make null, void as a sovereign being, sovereign body, free will, universe, tens of gadzillion, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, action, the night beyond, so let it go. Whoa. There you go.
Yeah. Way more space.
And what are all these beings? And receive. And what can I do with these beings? Receive. Yeah. Yeah. And what motivates these beings? Receive. And what are these beings' weaknesses so I can exploit them? Receives. Yeah. 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 What are all these beings' strengths so I can work around them? Receive. Anywhere where you're afraid to look at, can we destroy and create all that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Good, bad, papaksha, beyonds. Wow. And how can I use everything these beings know to my simple advantage? Receive. Whoa. Yeah, all that, all that, all that, all that, all that, all that, all that. Yeah. Receive, 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 receive. And how can I flip all the connections I have with these beings to my simple advantage? Receive. And this is now the newest revision, which it's going to take me a little bit, but I'll show what I do. Is how many of these beings are in playing the game of domination control? How many of these beings are playing the game of energy harvesting? How many of these beings are seeking to have you create their agenda? How many beings are seeking to receive worship energies? How many beings are taking or controlling magic? Wow. How many beings are experimenting to test limits and capacities? And I had another topic. And yeah, do I bring this up now?
Oh, go for it.
Oh, I don't know if I'm ready. I don't know if I'm ready to do the clearing on this. So if I bring this in here now, if I do this later, I'm going to do that later. So, so if you notice which one of those topics had the most energy for you, which one, what lit up for you?
Magic.
Yeah, magic.
Magic, domination.
Magic, domination.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
And the second or third one, harvesting.
Energy harvesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a standard.
So what I do now is I'll scan that list and then I'll focus in on those. And I'm still writing them like there's so many things going on in my reality. It's like, so domination control. So what energy, space, and consciousness can I, my body, be to manipulate, dominate, and control all these beings with simple ease to my simple advantage? Receive. And how can I, what energy, space, and consciousness can me and my body be to permanently dominate and enslave these beings and their civilizations with simple ease? Receive? Yeah. And that feels like, okay. So energy harvesting. What energy, space, and consciousness can I and my body be to harvest all these beings' energy sources as my own with simple ease? Receive? And what energy, space, and consciousness can I and my body be to reverse the flow on all their connections, not just with me, but on all the connections they have, so that I can harvest from them and their entire civilization with simple ease? Receive?
Yes. Juicy.
See, all I'm doing is I'm looking for what are they willing to be that I'm not willing to be? That's it. What are they willing to be that I'm not willing to be? And then I claim and own that. And I don't care what it is. And there are some topics that come up that are like, holy shit, okay. Like we're so I ease my way into some of these topics, but there's something really big in this topic. So if you only remember the concept of this, I'm sorry, I have dogs in my reality that are distracting me. Thank you. So if you can really get that, it's as simple as what are you unwilling to be, and then what energy, space, and consciousness can I be to be that? You neutralize that space where manipulation can occur. Or another way of saying it is that which you are unwilling to be stops getting your attention. How's that for a cool way to say it? That which you are unwilling to be stops trying to get your attention. Okay? How much is manipulation? Simply the universe or your request for consciousness made manifest in your reality by, okay, here's an area that you need to become more aware of. Look at this. And we use this analogy or this story about aliens. What if it's your consciousness that's coming back through the universe, inviting you to the place you say you want to be? Do you see how that all comes back to the same point? And you're all at the center of that. You're the creator of all of that. You're not the victim to any of it. But it was a convenient entryway to come in, because there are so many of these topics that we are conditioned to be in a victim role about. But I'm aware that that's not the full story. But if you have a lot of energy in a victim space, like if you go into that as that and then start taking it apart from the manipulation angle, it gives you a stance like, fuck no, nobody's going to manipulate me. No, I'm going to, you're no longer like, oh, I can't go there. You're like, oh! That's the manipulation around looking at manipulation.
Right. You don't have to be it, but you have to be willing to be it, right? Because if you're willing to be it, then they can't screw with you.
So
you stand in that energy.
The energetic answer to that question is no. You have to be it.
Yeah.
Because
to willing to do something, you don't have to do it. You just have to be willing to do it. You don't really have to kill somebody, but you have to be willing to do that, and you have to own that you have the capacity and you are capable of doing that, and you're willing to do that in the right circumstances. Yes, I will stand in that. That
yes,
kind of,
yes,
that's what I'm talking about.
That's the entryway. Do you see how I'm wording that? That's the entryway.
I love it.
There is a space where you have been everything and done everything.
Oh yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So how often, so I have this thing in my neighborhood here with dogs. If I were allowed to, I would have killed every dog in this neighborhood. I'm not allowed to.
Aliens, send them away.
Okay. So it's like there's there is a part of me that innately wants to destroy and uncreate, kill, terminate. And we use that all the time with all these energies, but we draw a line at a certain place. But as an infinite being, what is that? Like, if we're in this space of illusion, like, are we willing to destroy and create everyone and everything? Like, what is that? Now, I'm playing in some really deep territory here, and I'm not going to go too far into that. But it's like we're opening, when you open into the infinite being of you, we're talking all of it, which opens you into places and spaces and times where you are playing other games and you are playing other roles and you are doing other capacities, and they're all the infinite being of you dancing the infinite dance in this game that we call this universe. And is any of it right? Is any of it wrong? No. It's just a dance of frequencies that if you're going to play on the light side, you're going to play on the dark side. If you're going to play on the every being has a right to survive and live and have its total free expression, what is duality going to do?
Fuck with you.
No. Duality is gonna give you the experience of the opposite. Fuck with you is you resisting the natural process of exploring the opposing frequencies of that. Do you see that?
Good point. Yeah.
So it's like, so everywhere that, like, I watch people, and this is not, and I'm not going to go deep into this, but I want to open this doorway, and some of you are at this place where you're playing in these. In looking at your reality through this lens is like, so where is every place that you're in love and light as like that is the right answer? Like, we should all just love each other, and we should all just care for each other, and we should all just respect each other, and or whatever it is that you're, whatever duality that you're in. What is the 180 degree of that you're creating by holding that fixed viewpoint?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh.
So what if every fixed viewpoint you hold is automatically going to create the duality of its opposite? And you're going to engage that in some way, shape, or form.
That's why we go down to the interesting point of view. Everything's just an interesting point of view.
I have that point of view.
Points, right?
Yeah.
Just eliminates all that crap.
Where it's like there's no form, structure, significance. So it's like, are there people who like to play war? Absolutely. Let them go play war. Like running around playing G.I. Joe and Bang Bang and You're Dead and all the horrible things and oh, my country's right and your country's so bad. That's fun. Go play. Not my reality. Like, I'm just not going to engage that. I'm not going to resist it. Because there are beings who love to play that. And is there value in that for that being? Of course there is, or they wouldn't play it. So I'm honoring that being by not having a point of view about their choosing to engage those frequencies. And I'm honoring myself by not having a fixed point of view, which would create the opposite in my reality. And then I'm playing ping pong between lining and agreeing and resisting and racking and defending for, defending against, righteous for, righteous against. Do you feel that? I feel a lot of shikyu. So allow your body to perceive all the shikyu, stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog that your body has around all this stuff that I just opened up. Ooh, nice. Thank you, body. And expand out, perceive more. Okay, and on average for the group, this is about on the low end, there's some people who are expanded into about 5% of it, and the high end, 55% of it. So quantum double expand, like just huge, and there you go, yeah. And quantum expand beyond that and perceive more, energy fog. And quantum expand beyond that and perceive more, energy fog. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Wow. And it's almost like in the body when I'm in this playful space, it's almost like body's expanding out is like picturing this gymnastic person who does this like running forward and then like somersault, flip, double, triple flip, quadruple flip kind of thing, and then lands back on their feet. And when you land back on your feet, you're like a quantum magnitude bigger than you were before. Okay? So body expand out and perceive all of it.
That's awesome. Thank you, Jaden.
There you go. I don't know, body loved that. So I'm like, okay, let's do that. That's so cool. I love that.
Okay.
And one more, because we're some people are close to 100 and other people are 40 to 80 range. So one more. Okay, ready, bodies? Do running start and and expand out beyond all of that. There you go. And so now body, you kind of you hold that. So being witness that for body. Now body witness being. So being now expand out and perceive all the shikyu, stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog that you have around these topics that we've been engaging here. And expand out and perceive more. And expand a quantum outside of that. And outside of that, and outside of that, and outside of that, beyond that, beyond that, beyond that, beyond that, beyond that, beyond that. On average, we're about 60 to 80. Quantum beyond that, beyond that, beyond that, beyond that. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Keep going, keep going, keep going. There you go. And wow. And there actually is no 100, but it's like it's a target. So expand outside of that. Now notice that the being has a different energy around doing that than body has. Being does it differently than body does. So if you
body has to watch out for the flying dildos too. So you
that's true. Like,
so, you know.
so it's like when you look. So I've learned a lot just by watching, asking my body, facilitating my body, and watching how it does what it does, and coaching my body. Like my body will expand out, and I'll get a sense like I know body can do more. Like what percent is this for body? Oh, this is 30%. And I'll be like, okay, body, that's 30. You know, how can you out and do more? So like I'm using my facilitating body and my body. I'm using these co-awarenesses to expand both aspects or elements, or it's not the right words, but like you get the concept. So, but everything that all of this stuff is, can we choose to destroy and create it all?
Yes, I choose this.
Yeah. So actually, I didn't do that right. So,
yes.
so body. Body. No, and I want to model this separate. Somebody has both you have two devices of audio on. So if you could mute one of those devices. So body, will you destroy and create all of that shikyu, stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog?
Yes.
Body says yes.
Yep. I'm just waiting for everybody to catch up. Because it's practice receiving the yes from body. There you go. Yep. And sometimes body's not always like in the beginning. Mine was like, "You're talking to me, really? Like really? You're asking me? Serious? Really? Oh no, you're kidding, right? Oh, are you saying I don't talk to you very much? In the beginning, it was like that. So, and being, do you choose to destroy and create all that?
Yes, I choose that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so everything, all that is, make null, void, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy.
Great.
Make
Straight
null,
up.
void, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, action. Okay, all back in. Wow. Wow.
So Jaden,
Yeah.
when you were going through and checking in with the body and the being, it almost feels like I'm not part of the equation yet. So it's like a strange kind of like I'm observing the two parts. So where, like, what is that?
I know, isn't that cool?
Okay.
What is that? This is an expansion of awareness.
Okay.
That's my, it's all I know is it's really exciting to me. So where I'm at, so and I by the end of this call, I'd like to get you to a place where you can start to perceive this too. And if we need to go into another, if I need to do another bonus call to get to all the relationship stuff, we will. So don't worry about like not getting there. This is like wow. So it's like you're. Yeah, I distracted myself. Yeah. Sorry, distracted myself. Cool. So, does anybody have a clue on where I was going?
Do you want me to say it again?
Yeah, please.
Okay, so it was the awareness that when I'm asking my body and I'm asking my being, it feels like there's a third, like I'm a third party observing the two.
Yeah.
And what is that?
Yeah. Thank you. And for me, yeah, this is where I was going to go. It's like I just know engaging into this level of awareness is deeply exciting to me. Like it's the first time I've actually had this visceral feeling in my body that like, it's possible to actually clear all of this stuff. I've never had that. I've always had this sense of like, yeah, in a couple 100 years, we might get all this cleared. I knew that wasn't true, but like, that's what it felt like. But I'm getting now like, wow, this is deeply exciting. Like we're on the edge of something here. What this is, I don't know, but I feel really drawn to facilitate my body and become aware of the dance around things. Yeah, it's not coming up to. I'm going to demonstrate it somewhere in today's call, like how I play that out on a really big scale. But I want to. Yeah, does that kind of, sort of, almost pretend to answer?
I get some of the energy of it. So yeah, okay. and I'm also tapping into where you're going. So yeah, I love it. Thank
cool.
you.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was there during the home play, the body home play call. I sense what you mean. Yeah. I'd
cool.
like more.
Yes! more
of this.
So we were in the middle of doing the alien gaining awareness, and let me just do a couple more here. So what energy, space, and consciousness can me and my body be to reclaim all energies ever harvested from me and all humans across all time and receive?
Nice.
Wow. And then there was energy on taking or controlling magic. And I haven't fully developed this yet, but what is everything that these beings have learned about my magic? What is everything that these beings have learned about your magic and potency that you can now reclaim to your simple advantage and simple ease? And receive? Like how much are these beings studying you? How much are these beings watching you, how you're unfolding your magic, and then trying to quickly find ways to shut that down?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how can you use their researching you as an outside point of view? How can you use that awareness to assist you in seeing more of your process and what is real and true? Like when you're in the middle of a gift and ability, it's kind of hard to notice that you're in it sometimes. Yet another being can go, wow, oh, this is dangerous. We ought to do something about that. So how can you use that to your simple advantage and receive? Wow. And so here are these beings who have a viewpoint or a focus or an agenda on taking or controlling magic or studying magic for their own expansion, probably for their own power, for their own capacities. What is everything that these beings know or have taken or learned from other beings that you can now know or take or learn from them to your simple advantage with simple ease? And receive? Oh, hi there. Yeah. Receive. Receive. Wow. Wow. And what magical knowledge and powers can you now subjugate and use to your simple advantage with simple ease from these beings? In other words, they have beings that they have controlled or taken under their power. And so now those magical abilities are within their control. They're dominating those, or they're manipulating those, or they've taken those over. How can you now dominate them so that all of their powers and their potencies and their connections and their capacities become yours?
As in the Illuminati? Or
why stop there? The Illuminati, oh, come on, don't play with them. They're so... But go figure.
I'm talking about
I'm joking.
money systems, the financial systems is what I'm talking about. Like even and what else possible?
Do you see what that does?
Yep.
When you start looking at it through this, you step out of all the old limitations and out of all the old packages, and like you don't even clear it, you just totally step out of it.
Yeah.
What would happen if you did that on a daily basis, maybe? Maybe? I don't know. What would that do to somebody's reality? I don't know. I'm going to start doing a call that's independent of this group called Embodying Your Magic and Potency. And I'm going to start teasing people with basically that concept of, like, you have the ability to absolutely stand in your potency and your magic right here, right now. And I've, through this course, teased you into these viewpoints and processes that I'm not going to take you all the way. If you want to go all the way, you're going to have to come to Adelaide, because I'm going to do that. Like, it takes me a while to develop these things. And so by then, when I have a break between courses, I can develop this more and create a more understandable package for how to engage this. But you have the foundations to absolutely just go for a walk with this stuff and just, whoa, go really big. And I'm giving it to you all in this call. So, like, allow yourself to receive the capacity that you have simply by asking questions and being willing to stand in the magnitude of where you have previously been unwilling to stand in. What possibilities are available just by noticing where manipulation is trying to prevent you, standing in their viewpoint, whatever that viewpoint is, and like owning that, claiming that, mastering that, becoming their master. And in that, you become that infinite being who can stand in and possess that whole range of frequencies. And you become more of the infinite being of who you truly be. Feel that. The mind can't always grab what I just said, but like, just feel that. And allow yourself to perceive what is everything that's in the way of that. Don't stand in it. Don't go down to it. Just perceive at a distance what all that stuff is. All the DJCCs, all the PERS, all the form, structure, significance, all the stories, all the structures, all the constructs, all the overlays, all the manipulations, all the adaptations, all the mutations, all the systems. And everything that all of that is, body, truth, are you willing to destroy and create all that stuff?
Yes. My body says yes.
And notice that some of that is no. And so how I like to deal with when I interact with, when I'm facilitating a being, whether it's you or whether it's my body, when I notice a no, my invitation is always the same. Is, I'm not saying you have to, but I'd invite you in this moment to, if you feel drawn to, release it now and explore what that's like, and you can always bring it back. In other words, I'm saying I'm not going to hold you to, and I'm not saying you have to clear this. I'm inviting you into a space of clearing, and you can always put it back if it doesn't feel good. Okay? So with that, allow yourself to perceive. So body, what is everything? Allow yourself to perceive everything that you're willing to release. Wow. See, now in my body, there was an expansion there. Like, because I said that, my body was willing to go into more. Well, okay, if I don't have to do it, and if I can put it back, I'm willing to explore with letting go of more. Cool. That's all I'm asking for. Cool. So, so being everything that all of that is, all the stuff that's blocking or preventing your capacity to connect to your potency with simple ease, all that stuff, are you willing to just try and create all that?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Everybody's yes.
Yeah. Do you choose that?
Yes.
Yes, I choose that.
Yeah. So everything, all that is, resend, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, just trying to create, make null and void, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, make null void. It's a sovereign being, sovereign planet, sovereign universe, sovereign reality, times a godzillion, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, make null void. Wow, resend, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce, just trying to create, make null void. As wow. Okay, so allow yourself to perceive all of the entry agreements, all the exit agreements. This is for body and being. Allow yourself to perceive all the entry agreements, all the exit agreements, all the divine agreements, golden agreements, billion, trillion year agreements. Wow. All the allegiances, loyalties, assemblies, groups that you're part of. All of the structures, constructs, adaptations, mutations, systems. Wow. Wow. Yeah. And we're going to do this in one more step. So body, everything that all this is, are you willing to release all these agreements?
Body says yes.
Yes. So do you choose that?
I choose
Body
that.
chooses
Yes.
that, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And being, are you willing to release this?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Do you choose that?
I choose that.
Yes.
Yeah. Resend, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, denounce. Just trying to create, make null and void. It's a sovereign being, sovereign body. There you go. Free will, universe, just let it go. Make null, void. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, liquefy, vaporize, vaporize, liquefy, make null, void. Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, action, just let all that go. Don't attach to anything. Don't attach to anything. Don't look at anything. Look at the pretty birdie out the window. Isn't that a pretty birdie? Oh, and there's a bunny rabbit on the front lawn. It's such a cute bunny rabbit. Look at the see the bunny rabbit? Look, 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 look. It's over there. It's over there. Look, look, look. Okay. Distract yourself. Yeah, there you go. And so now all the binds, double binds, triple binds, quadruple binds, binds beyond binds, binds beyond binds, binds beyond binds to infinitum, and infinitum. Whoa! And I'll auto install, auto reinstall, auto backup systems, magics, technologies, updaters. Can we just try and create all of that stuff? And what is that other one? Signatories. Thank you. And all the signatories. Feel the energy on that? So everything, all that is, can we choose to destroy and create a body? Can we choose to destroy and create all that?
Body says yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Body, do you choose that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for all the bodies to say what. You can say, no, I don't choose that. That's acceptable.
I choose that.
There you go. Okay. And so be patient with your body. Your body's response, it has a different process. It's not slow. It has a different process than you do. You have a different way of engaging your information than your body does. So infinite being, are you willing to just try and create all that?
I choose
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Resend, revoke, can't reclaim, renounce, denounce. There you go. Destroy and create, liquefy, vaporize, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Make null void is a sovereign being, sovereign body, sovereign planet, sovereign universe, times a godzillion. Make null void, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, action, right, balance, let all that go. There you go. Let's let all that go. And bring in Mega Univac and just kind of clean up stuff all over the place. You can run down the body. Like sometimes I'll put it over my head and just suck the stuff out of the core of my body. In an arm, in a leg. Why not? Okay. Wow. And how is that?
You know what?
What?
It feels like the energy of the body is feminine,
Mm-hmm.
and the energy of the being is more masculine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And anybody else have a notice around that? For you, what's true for you?
I hadn't put that label on it, but that does have a light feeling for me as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yay, Robert.
That is awesome. I just read that.
Robert says, I'm braless right now. Take it off. Yeah, take it all off.
Oh, Robert, thank you so much for that. That was awesome.
Woo.
You can borrow mine if you want.
There you go. She's willing to let it go.
Oh, that was my bullet bra.
Your bullet bra, yes. No, you want to keep that. That was.
Well, I have a spare.
Oh, okay, good.
I never let the original go. Never.
Okay, cool. Whew. So,
wow.
Wow, did that create a space? So, anybody else want to? So I'm open to topics. Where would you like to go from here?
This isn't so much a topic, but just I'm really noticing with like making it very clear that you're clearing the body and the being. The clearings have amplified like times a godzillion.
So there's a couple of things.
I feel releasing.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
That's been my awareness too. There's a couple of things that I've noticed is just in this last week that I couldn't understand. That if you don't look at the body and the being separate, like you don't see it. There were places where when I was processing body, it would have righteous for and nothing in righteous against. And I'm like, okay, so energetically, I know that's not possible. Like there's some there's something going on there. And then I looked at body or being had righteous against and nothing in righteous for.
Mm.
So what happens is if the being only is clearing, it's only clearing half of it, and duality is going to bring it back again.
Wow.
So
cool.
Feel that. So where's everywhere that you have cleared something, you've cleared half of it, and because you weren't engaging the viewpoint of body, I don't have a good way to say. So what's a good way of saying that? Because you weren't engaging body and clearing something that was stuck in another another identity, another aspect. I'm going to say aspect that was in another aspect. It didn't clear or it came back. Wow. And what are all the things that you, okay, so let's look at it. Wow. So let's actually do something with that. So somebody, I think that's Marilyn. I'm going to mute you here. Wow, that was good timing. Thank you for throwing that. So help me get back to where I was.
It's
Everywhere
the stuff that you cleared as a being and not as a body.
Okay, thank you.
Didn't clear or came back.
Yep, thank you. So what is it? So let's actually let's explore with doing the reverse, like undoing the whole thing. So allow yourself to, and we'll look at both sides. So where is everywhere that the being cleared some half of it and the other half was deliberately stuck in the body side and that didn't clear for whatever reason? Okay, so now body, allow yourself to perceive everything that being is aware of. All of the other half of something that you're holding that you could now release, that would allow the whole construct to release. Yeah. Wow. And expand out body, perceive more. And expand out, perceive more. And wow, quantum. And perceive all of it. Wow. I like that.
I did. That's awesome.
So body,
I had to use
everything.
that.
So body, everything that is. Are you willing to destroy and create all that?
Yeah.
Yes. He
Yes.
says yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. So revoker can't reclaim, renounce, denounce, destroy and create, make null void, make null void, make null void, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, 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 vaporize, liquefy, 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 make null void as the sovereign body, sovereign planet, free will, universe, good, bad, right, wrong, papaksha, beyond, so let go. And being just witness that. Wow. Wow. Now, I'm also noticing in my body, it happens to be, and I know this is not totally true. It's the illusion I'm into at the moment. But like body is more like on one half of the body and being is more on the other half of the being. But there's something in that too, and which is useful for facilitating, but that's not the whole story. But there's something there. So just over time, notice what's true for you. And so being everything that you took back or made yourself wrong for because you couldn't clear that when you thought you did, when it wasn't your whole piece to clear, everything that you made yourself wrong for, or everything that you put back or got put back as a result of the other half not being cleared, can we just try and create that?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you choose that?
I choose that.
Like retroactively all the way back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Rescind, revoke, you can't reclaim, renounce, denounce, vaporize, 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 liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, good, bad, right, wrong, papaksham, the beyonds, and just let all that go. And body, watch how being does what being does. And it's not, what I'm noticing is body has a different way of doing things than being does. And it's not that I want body to learn being's way, just that body sees what being is doing and how being is doing it, and vice versa, that being can see how body clears, which is, it's a different process. It's not, process isn't the right way to say it. It's different. I'm just going to say it's different. Unless it's the same. And then it's the same.
Awesome.
Yeah? Okay. So all the shaky stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog that you have around this body, all of this, and all of the structures, constructs, adaptations, mutations around all that. And just notice what all that is. Being, just witness it. Okay, and expand out, perceive all of it. And then being, now allow yourself to perceive all of whatever it was that I was just talking about. I lost when I got
mind blown.
Yeah, all the shaky stability, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness. I was clear on the body side. I go to the being side and I'm like, whoop. So all the shaky stability, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog that you have being, I just have to perceive all that. Oh, shit. And expand out, perceive more. And expand out, perceive all of it. Wow. And so everything that all of that is being, can we choose to just try and create all that?
Yes, I choose that.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if I remember if I asked body. And body, do you choose that?
Body says yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Rescind, revoke, can't reclaim, renounce, denounce, just trying to create, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, liquefy, vaporize, make no boy, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, action, and beyonds, banish, vanquish, liquefy, vaporize, all those. Do stuff. So now what I notice for me is, like, it's become very easy to facilitate you and your body. like when I work with a person, I'm facilitating you and your body. I haven't necessarily been 100% cognitive of that, but I do both of those in different ways. So now I'm now doing that for myself. I'm standing in multiple viewpoints to facilitate and witness this process from all these different angles, which expands my capacity to become aware of and hold on to and look at all these different vantage points and viewpoints, which has created, just in this last week, the expansion that has occurred for me is like, whoa, just by doing this dance with my body. I'm not trying to promote this in any way, shape, or form. You may not find any value in this whatsoever, but that's been my interesting point of view so far. So now let's look at and that brought up some weird shit, I'm sorry. So everything that brought up, body, let's see what that brought up for. So body, what is everything that little dance that I just did brought up for you? And being, what is everything that little dance brought up for you? Yeah. Wow. Okay. And did you have more for body or more for being?
Body.
Body. Being.
Being.
Yeah, I had more for being. And body was like, how silly. It wasn't quite like that, but it was like, whatever, I don't have any. So everything all that is, can we destroy and create it all?
Yes.
So body,
Yes.
everything that is, can we destroy and create it all?
Yes, body says
Yes.
yes.
Body says
Yes.
yes.
Instead of, and I'll invite you to overtime, instead of body says yes, actually say, just kind of give body a nudge and go, you talk.
Yes.
You talk. I'm not gonna speak for you anymore. Body, you talk. So let's try that. Only bodies can speak here, and you don't have to speak. But body, do you choose to destroy and create all this?
Yes, I choose that.
Fuck yeah!
Thank you, body. Wow.
Score!
His body sounded like a female or a male.
I noticed that.
Wow, did that release stuff? Thank you. Oh my. And being, do you choose that?
I choose that.
Yes.
So everything that is, make no boy. What is it we do? Liquefy. Good, bad, right, wrong, pop boxes.
It already blew out.
I know, it's already gone, but I had to go through the ritual.
Absolutely. Oh, Lord, I needed that.
Wow. I don't know about you, but I'm, yeah, take it off. Take it all off. Okay.
All the browless.
Wow. 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 Just let all that move. Just let all that move. Wow. And notice the mind is, actually my mind isn't even there anymore. But if your mind is there going, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
It was just a lot of shit moving in the way that bodies like to clear. Bodies just like to laugh the shit out. Like, all right, gone. Wow. Bodies are good comedians.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How funny would you be if your body was allowed to talk all the time and
God.
just except for in So allow yourself to notice all those places where you have witnessed yourself being funny. And was that you speaking or was that your body speaking?
Body.
Yeah, a lot of the body.
There might be you in there too. I don't know. I'm
in there too, but yeah.
I noticed that the more I open it up for my body to talk, the more silly noises and silly voices. Like I haven't done a lot of it with you guys. When I'm doing private sessions with people, sometimes these really silly voices come out and stuff. It's just like my body playing, and it blows through energies. And wow, I'm just like, holy shit. So like, what would it be like if you would totally allow your body to just absolutely come out and play and unconstrained, where you had no control over it?
Oh, in the hell it worked.
Awesome. What would your life look like in 5 years? What would your life look like in 5 years if you let your body come out and play unrestrained and unconfined?
Wow.
And what would your life look like in 5 years if you left the current level of constraining and refining in place?
Boring.
Yeah.
Just noticing what I noticed.
Could my stick be further up my ass?
So allow yourself to perceive being everything that you have in place, all the conditionings that you have in place, all the structures, constructs, adaptations, mutations, all the technologies, all the magics, all the rituals that, wow, that create a structure to limit, contain, or confine your body's expression in any way, shape, or form.
Hurt
Oh, sorry, buddy.
I'm gonna do one side at a time. And everything, all that is. So what is it like if we do one side at a time? What is it like if we do both? I'm gonna do both. Okay, fine. Take a deep breath. Okay, and so I'm gonna, yeah. So on the other side, body. What is everything that you have in place that limits or confines or restrains or restricts your capacity to express yourself fully and completely with simple ease? Wow. And all the structures, constructs, adaptations, mutations, all the technologies, all the magics, all the programming, conditioning, Wernicke's commands, booby traps. Oh, whoa. Okay. And body, everything that, and expand out, perceive more. And expand out, perceive all of it. There you go. Yeah. Keep going. You got it. You're doing it. You're doing it. Yeah. And when I'm working with body, I notice myself coaching a lot like that. Like, yeah, you got it. Keep going. You got it. Yeah. Good. Like body really is like, wow. And expand out, perceive all of that. Whoa, there you go. Nice. Yeah, there you go. Whew. And everything that all that is, body, do you choose to destroy and create all of that?
All of it, yes.
Yes.
And only body talks.
I choose that.
See if you can get on. Just see if you can invite body to speak. Allow body to speak. However it comes out, and it's weird in the beginning. It's artificial in the beginning. Just let it do its thing, and just keep letting it do its thing. Okay. And then everything that all that is being. Do you choose to destroy and create it all?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, I choose that. So, resign, revoke, you can't reclaim, renounce, just let it go. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize.
Diana said she burped.
That's another way that body releases things.
That's a yes, and a fart. Well, that's a no.
Oh yeah, belching, farting. That's just letting go. Just let it go.
Absolutely.
Okay. So we were looking at one half of something. No, we looked at both sides.
Well,
Okay.
But there's something.
Yeah.
A little bit. You asked about what body was doing to what body was doing to constrict itself, or what was happening to its constrict itself to limit itself, and then you asked what the being was doing, all the stuff that was limiting the body. But isn't there almost the other way around too? I'm getting that there's the body can be limiting the being from letting go.
Hi there.
And it's the other flippo.
So thank you. So body, allow yourself to perceive. What is everything that you have that's there to limit the being's expression? Wow. Including all the Wernicke's commands, all the booby traps, all the structures, constructs, adaptations, mutations, all the magics and technologies.
Programs.
All the programs. All the agreements, entry, exit, divine, golden, billion, trillion year. All the allegiances, alliances, loyalties, assemblies. Wow. And expand out, perceive more. Wow. Yeah. Wow. And expand out, perceive more. Whew. Including up. All the way up, all the way up, all the way up. And go, all the barriers that are here, can we just try and create all those? Body?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Make, null, void, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, action, but beyond. Liquefy, liquefy, liquefy. And all the way up. And if you want to, you can go out around the outside of it. We just want to get fully up on the outside of that. Wow. I get sick to my stomach. That's really cool. I have a completely different way of viewing
How cool is that?
Now I'm like, wow, that is so cool. Like to me, that's indicator that there's something going on here. Like, body's like, yeah, there's something going on here. Thank you for the cool.
Puking up blood. Oh, that's
so cool.
My body wants to say it's a rim job.
It's a rim job. It totally is. Thank you for sharing that. And if you don't know what that is, it's okay.
Never,
so
I don't know where that's coming from.
That's okay. I totally understand it. So everything. Yeah. I don't need to go there.
Body.
So everything that all that is, body, can we choose to destroy and create all that?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Do you choose that?
We can.
We're saying Loki can't reclaim or not trying to create liquefy, vaporize, vaporize, liquefy, liquefy, vaporize, vaporize, liquefy, liquefy, vaporize, vaporize, liquefy. Wow. And wow. And wow, this is a lot of stuff moving. And being, I know there's still a lot of stuff moving, but we'll play here anyway. What is everything that you have that was connected to or countering or reacting to, struggling with all the stuff that body had? Or what are all the places where you made yourself wrong? Or all the places where you believe that body was trying to shut you down when it was actually conditioning, programming, and stuff coming through body? It wasn't actually body. It was manipulation working through body. Okay? Where's everywhere that what are all the viewpoints that you generated about body as working against you? Wow. And all the places that you've tried to counteract that, or all the places where you have worked against your body because your body's working against you, or any of the stories or dances that are around all of this. Expand out, perceive more. Expand out, perceive more. Wow. Expand out, perceive all of them. Hi there. And everything that all that is, truth, can we choose to just try and create all that stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you choose that?
Yeah.
Rescind, revoke, you can't reclaim, renounce, denounce. Just trying to create, vaporize, liquefy, liquefy, vaporize, 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 liquefy. Make null void is a sovereign being, sovereign body, free will universe times the God zone. Make null void. Wow. Resend, revoke, you can't reclaim, renounce, denounce. I got it. Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, action, beyond. So how that go? And there's a couple other things here. Wow. So what is all the shikyu, stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog around all of this being? Allow yourself to perceive all of the shikyu, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog. Expand out, perceive more. For a lot of you, we're at about 20%. The highest person I can perceive is about 45. So expand out, perceive more. Wow, there we go. Yeah, quantum expand out, perceive more. And I keep feeling crowded in on the left. So allow yourself to go out to the left. Expand out to the left and perceive all of it. Wow. And expand down and perceive all of it. And expand back and perceive all of it. Whoa. And expand up and perceive all of it. And up and to the left. Wow. Wow. And all the barriers, constraints, weird shit over here, can we just try and create all that?
Yes,
all the walls. Yeah. Yeah. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, good, bad, right, wrong, pop, action, beyond. Wow. And expand out and perceive all of the shikyu, stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog around all that. And beyond that, beyond that, beyond that, beyond that, beyond all that. Wow. There you go. And so just kind of notice that. And body, allow yourself to perceive all of the shikyu, stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog that you have around any of these topics we've engaged here. Wow. There you go. Nice. And expand out, perceive more. Do the flip thing. Quantum flipping. That's it. Quantum flipping. And expand out, perceive all of it. Wow. Nice job. Nice. Yeah. Wow. Wow. Nice job. And wow. I'm so proud of my body. Oh, I just get, yeah, okay. So I'm getting mushy. So everything that all that is, and it's not a bad thing, I just noticed it. So everything that all that is, can we choose to just try and create all of that? So be a body, do you choose to just try and create all that?
Yes.
Yes.
I guess I do.
Why, yes, sir, I do. And being, do you choose to just try and create all that?
Yes. Yes.
Why, yes, little lady eyes. Everything that all that is, we just trying to create it all. Wow, make null void, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, liquefy, vaporize, vaporize, liquefy, liquid vaporize. Witcha! 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 And let's bring in a super mega ultra vac.
Okay.
How about you? But I'm really dizzy.
That's situation normal for me.
Woo-wee. Wow. Wow. The product placement on this call. It's actually not Snapple, but
No, I said snafu. Situation normal.
Snafu.
Fucked up.
Okay, yeah, okay. I thought it was a product placement moment. But I like snafu. Yes.
Yeah, situation normal, all fucked up. Snafu.
Yep. I like that. I like that. Yep. And so, yeah.
Yeah.
Just tells us to lighten up.
Lighten up a bit, will you? I don't know about you, but there's been a little bit of lightning on this call.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you for that.
Thank you all for that. Like, wow. Okay, so we're in that last 15 minutes of the call.
Oh.
No. So we're gonna end.
Get in there.
So we're going to end up. No, sorry, we're already in the 15 minutes of the call.
You're supposed to give us, but you need to give us like a 5-minute warning for that.
No,
5-minute warning.
you already had it. You got a clock. You already had it. Sorry. Nice try. Nice try.
We'll throw it back on you.
Yeah. So we will. Wow, how am I going to do that? Well, we're going to have to do relationship in another space, obviously.
We can't get it in 15 minutes.
Anything's possible.
You're right. It's such a simple topic that we should do it in 3. Actually, actually, we did it already when you weren't paying attention.
Gotcha.
Did anybody nap out at some point in time? See, that's when we did it. So you didn't notice it? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, go back and listen to it. We did it all. No, we'll put that back in there. This I'm gonna land in some significance here. So am I going to? Is there a reason to do that?
Why?
So all the form structure significance I have about how this is like the most important thing. Can we just try and cut all that?
Yes.
Can you?
Beyond right out the window. Good man for boxer. Beyond paper eyes. Liquid. So. I don't know. I'm just kind of a vegetable at the moment. Okay, yes, I do have it. I have something that wow, rocking my world. And I'd love to know significance, it's just rocking my world. Just does that. So how am I gonna do this? So you know how we do the expansion thing? So let's do expansion for the body. Okay. So now what I noticed for me is that my being had done a lot of expansion. My body had sometimes followed me and sometimes not, sometimes got in kind of expanded into other realms and was like, wow, this is really cool, and meandered off and whatever. I had no attachment to what body did when we were doing expanding. I just knew I was expanding. But recently I'm doing the resolving fractures and I'm doing the expanding. I'm like, wait a minute, how about body expanding? What is that like? So just witness your body expanding as we do that. So body, allow yourself to expand out to the size of the universe. I'm going to start big because we're pretty expanded already. There you go. All the way out to the full expanse of the universe. Wow. Wow. And somebody's in a wind tunnel there. And everywhere that you're expanding to what feels like an old definition of a universe, expand beyond that into the fresh, current, bubbling front edge of the new unfolding universe, which is kind of where we play more than we know. There you go. Yeah. Cool. And so body, now allow yourself to expand to the size of the multiverse, all the multiple universes. Wow. And expand beyond that, and expand beyond that, and expand beyond that, and expand beyond that, expand beyond that, and beyond that, and quantum beyond that. And so this is different for everybody. The low here is like 5%. The median is like 15-20%, and the high is about 45 or 50%. So expand outside of that and perceive more, and only go to what's comfortable. So what I noticed in coaching my body, as in when I coach other people to expand, just invite them beyond where they've been before to where you have a sense that they can go, and then go to the next. It's expanding to me as a process that the more you expand, the more you just keep expanding. And expand beyond that to all the multiverse. There you go. Nice. Yeah. And now expand into the beyondiverse, and beyond that, and beyond that, And you'll notice the body realms are there. Let's expand through the body realms. Well, and beyond that, 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 beyond that, beyond all that. And just notice where your body isn't willing or doesn't feel like it has the capacity to expand. Like, because you expand all the time and you kind of get the sense of the terrain. Just notice, like, I'm feeling there's a lot of people who their bodies are like up against a wall behind them. And so, like, in the future, I would coach. So notice when you're witnessing your body, just notice what it's up against, and you can invite it to expand beyond that. So everybody, all bodies, notice any walls or barriers, like you're up against something and you can't go past that. And everything, all those barriers or walls are, can we just try and create all that?
Let me take off my Spanx first.
Yes.
Take off your what?
and good, bad, right, wrong, pop, actions, beyond, vaporize, liquefy, 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 and expand beyond that. Wow, there we go. Yeah. And expand beyond that. And expand beyond that. There you go. There you go. Cool. And expand into the fullness of the Beyondverse. Wow. Nice job. And now expand fully into your infinite being, your infinite body. Your infinite being is a body. Your infinite being. It's your body's infinite being. So expand into your infinite being, body. I'm talking to multiple groups at the same time. It's like, yeah. So now, being, just get a sense of where that is and what that is like for body, and what energy, space, and consciousness can you be that every time you invite your body to expand, you can facilitate your body's continued expansion beyond even what you know, to the point where, like, how many people were watching your body and your body expanded to places that you've never been to? Yeah. So I learn things, like when I facilitate other people, I can also learn things when I facilitate my body. My body goes someplace, I'm like, whoa, I didn't know that existed. Okay, so next time I expand, I go there. Or I follow my body as my body's doing it. But, like, we're coaching each other. Like, we're showing each other more of the expansiveness of what really is. So now we'll kind of store that. We'll come back to being. So being expands to the size of the universe. Wow. Now notice your universe just got bigger because we did the bodies. You notice that was just you expanding into places you've never been before because you witnessed the body. No mind. Yeah. Mind has no clue about any of this. And now expand to the multiverse, all the multiple universes. Yeah, that's bigger too. Yeah. Not for everybody, but that's, yeah. And beyond that, and beyond that, beyond that. And out into the Beyondverse. I can feel everybody head to the body realms. So cool. And expand out beyond that, and beyond that, beyond that, beyond that, beyond that, beyond that. See how much more, like, I've been coaching you guys to expand forever, and it's like, just like this is as far as we're going to go. Like, you do a little expanding, but here you just went boom, 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 because your body showed you stuff that you're like, woohoo, I'm going there. Like, do you see that work, that teamwork that happens? Yeah. So, and now expand into your infinite being. Yeah. So now, just kind of hold the picture of the direction that you go to what you call your infinite being, and the direction that body goes to its infinite being. And it's like, what's the angle that you go, or the azimuth, which is a term, an angular term for, like, if you're standing out in the middle of a night sky and, like, the North Star is over there, that's the angle to the North Star, and then Polaris or whatever is over here, and that's the angle to there. So what is your angle that you go to what you call your infinite being, and what is the angle that your body goes to that your body calls the infinite being?
Yeah.
And what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be to align both of those with simple ease? And don't force anything. Just invite the space where the two of those can coexist together. Yeah, 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 yeah. And allow that space to allow those two angles to harmonize with each other so that they're coexisting where possible. And what energy, space, and consciousness can you and your body be that would allow both of you to coexist together in the same space with simple ease, to align and harmonize with simple ease? And receive that. Wow. 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 So for home play this week, and I may come up with other things after we get off the call, but I'd like you to explore personally with you and your body, facilitating your body, and also at least once a day, do the like you facilitate expanding your body, and then you expand, and even have your body facilitate you expanding. Why not?
Definitely.
And then invite where those two can meet. And don't make it that I hesitated to give this to you, and I want to say it in a way that we don't want to bend the body to align with us, and we don't want to bend us to align with the body. We want to find the space where both of us can comfortably harmonize and align with each other. There's a bigger process that's going on here that feels like, I don't want to go into it. Let's just say, let's invite a space of ease around coming together where we can come together and also celebrating our separateness. That's not the way to say it. Being okay with where it is. I'm tangling myself. So everything, all that, so everything that all this is, all the shit, stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, energy fog, around all of these topics that we've engaged here and today, and any day before that or any day after that, across all time, no time, all space. My new favorite one is across all realms, spoken, unspoken, unspeakable, known, unknown, unknowable, including fractures, realms, and realities. I've been playing in that. It's just like, whoa. Okay. So everything, all that is, body, are you willing to destroy and create all that really interesting point of view stuff?
Yes.
Yes. And being, are you willing to destroy and create all that really interesting point of view stuff?
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, yeah. Let's go drink some beer and watch football. And destroy and create all. Rescind, revoke, recant, reclaim, renounce, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, liquefy, vaporize, vaporize, liquefy. Good, bad, right, wrong, pop, box, ship, and the peons. Whoosh. And let's bring in an IntelliVac. Unit IntelliVac. It's an intelligent vacuum that you just tell it, get all this stuff. Like, tell it to get all the shit, stupidity, unconsciousness, anti-consciousness, and go. You don't direct it. It goes. Like, you just tell it what to get, and it goes and gets it. It's an IntelliVac. Just program it, and poof, let it go. Just let it start cleaning house. Every so often, you'll be sitting there, and it's like, whoo, okay.
Ooh, like the galactic wedgie, only not. I like those.
Can we order like the Roomba model that just like is loose in our house all the time?
Yeah.
I like that. Yep. Yep.
The auto.
I like that. Yep. What is it? There's a Zumba, the little thing,
Roomba.
Not Zumba.
the thing that
Cats ride on.
the thing that the cats ride on. Yeah, that's all I know it as. It supposedly vacuums your floor, and the cats like riding on it.
Yeah.
Supposedly, I don't know, whatever. So auto.
That's what all the videos show.
That's what they all show that. Absolutely, I agree. Woohoo! So let's wrap up with a wee touch of receiving, or more than a wee touch of receiving. So
Before we do that, Jaden,
yes.
I just really appreciate the fact that we stayed with the body all day in this
Thank
call.
you.
So thank you so much for doing that.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciated that too. My body, yeah.
So does my body.
Yeah.
Hey, Jaden, you know what occurs to me? What if this is the relationship come?
Woo!
Yeah.
That was it.
Yes.
Got it. She did it.
Yes! Thank you, Laura.
Rocks.
We were working today on your primary relationship. I knew that all along, of course.
It's all the same. It's all the same. It's all the same. Wrap it all.
Wow. Like, how much is that your primary relationship?
Totally.
Oh, only 100%. Oh,
What if there's no difference? What if it's like no space, all space, no primary, no? It's just all.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it didn't feel right to me to do that Evie Logan stuff.
Cool.
Yeah, this was perfect.
Cool.
Not
Thank you.
today, anyway. Yeah, this was awesome.
Yeah. So let's do receiving. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So I invite body, full receive, full spectrum, full bandwidth in. Matter of fact, feel free to show me how bodies receive in ways that I'm not aware of. And wow, did that open stuff? And being full receiving, receive, full bandwidth, full spectrum, receive. And being, what is anything that you've never been able to receive from your body that you can now receive from your body? Allow yourself to receive that. And body, what is anything that you've not been able to receive from your being that you can now receive, and receive that? And body and being, what is anything that you've not been able to receive from the planet or the solar system or the galaxy or the universe or your infinite being that you can now receive? And Earth and solar system and galaxy and universe, what is everything that you've not been able to receive from all of us that you can now receive and receive? And how is that?
Yummy.
Yummy is the word, yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Nice.
Mm.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry today's call couldn't be more expansive.
Too bad, huh?
Infinite wasn't enough.
I know.
We're gonna have to
so
try a
beyond
little more.
infinite. So that's an interesting question. At the beginning of this call series, let's say before you started the preview call for this, at how big was your body naturally expanding? Like how big did you live? How big of a space did your body live? And how big a space did your being live? And now at week module 10, how big does your body expand to? And how big does your being expand to? And when I asked that, my body was so proud that it could go all the way out there to its infinite being. It's like, oh, I did this. Look at this. I did this. It's so cool. Yeah. Thank you. So I want to thank all the bodies for all the amazingness that unfolded today. And thank you for all your coaching of us. And I'd like to thank all the beings for all the coaching of your bodies. The places that you take the body realms are even expansive to the body realms. Like, wow, it's such a co-creation of expansion. That's wow. Yeah, I'm going to get into weird stuff, so I'm not going to go. But so thank you all for co-creating and playing with us today. And let's do a 1, 2, 3 wahoo. So if you want to unmute yourself. And
Wahoo!
1, 2.
Thank you
Yay!
so much.
So thank you all, and we'll
Thank you, guys.
see you next call.
Bye.
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 Bye.